Are you ready? Let's get it. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is your brother from the Brother Taalib show, Brother Taalib, your friendly neighborhood Muslim. And peace and blessings, and keep up the lessons for everybody else who's watching and listening and viewing this video. Yes, this is my segment of my business, finance, uh, segment of my show on Talib, Brother Talib show. As before I get into the juicy news and things that are going on, I want to basically remind you that, and I will be continuously reminding because it is essential to me being able to continue and grow in expansion of this knowledge and this information that is, it's being spread to the people. Number one, like the video. Number two, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And number three, with the subscription, make sure you click that in the YouTube. It's this YouTube video, of course. Click that bell icon so that you can get notifications to your email or what have you, whether it be Facebook or what have you, wherever it can be sent to you, that you be able to get it. Usually, I think it's the email, and you will have a notification of one of my videos, a new video that's being posted or that I upload, as well as the other videos that I've had and stuff like that, maybe, especially premieres, which is good because I watch it with you and I interact with you on a live level. It's not a live stream because I'm not ready to and prepared to do that. As far as, again, another main reason of me giving you and asking you to do these things, or to like and to subscribe and to share. That's the other thing. Sharing my videos is because I'm trying to make revenue. And the revenue is not for me to support my family and all this other type of stuff. That I already take care of that. I deal with that with my own ways of income and earning my income for my family and all the other things that I have to do. But as far as to support what's going on here, because that's a whole nother section dealing with the family and taking care of that. But as far as dealing with having my equipment to be much more advanced and being able to make more available videos, and also to have them to be more quality content where you can, get more information from videos of others that I might post within the video itself, and run something like a video of something that you want to know about and hear about that you haven't yet gotten on your own, and that I found in my research that I do, and any information, anything, because I am not a professional. I'm not a financial advisor. I just give you and pass on knowledge that I gain, and you take it and you use it to your benefit if you choose to, or you don't have to use it. Just don't take my information as though it's the all in all, and it's going to save you from your situation, or it's going to do harm to you. It's up to you. You do your research. You go behind me, and if you don't, believe in what I tell you anyway, you know what I mean. So you do your own and you find, and if it works for you, that's good. You know what I mean. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm trying to reach out to the knowledge that I gained, that I know it's worked for me and it's working for me now, and maybe it will work for you. So, and that's it pretty much, especially even when I do my Islamic videos. But that's more in line with the knowledge that I gained in Islam. And, pretty much there's no, issues when it comes to the stipulations in the area of what you are equivalent to do or qualified to do. So, sorry about that. That See What I Mean video went out for a minute, and I apologize. But that's again due to my equipment. My equipment is faulty right now and malfunctioning at times due to it being old and outdated. So basically, to get into the juice, pretty much there's a lot going on, and my business and finance section that I'm do a lot more focus. If you notice, you can see in the background, um, with my little bulletin board that I created on my own, being a little bit artistically inclined, and that giving you knowledge about what's going on in the new type of currency that we know is cryptocurrency. Some people have different ideas about it, called distorted currency. They have different names, and but basically it is known to most of the mainstream people in the space or in the cryptocurrency industries as business, as well as what's going on with investment and investing in it as a currency, as a new form of currency, digital currency. And it is the main digital currency that most of us are dealing with. And those of us who are not don't know about it, but might have some interest, but might have fear of doing so and skepticism. And so like I've said in the past videos, I've said plenty of times that this is the new future. This is what it's going to be, digital currency, period. Whether it's going to be CBDCs, which means central bank digital currencies, and that is going to be controlled and centrally controlled by the central banks of different countries. So those things are happening. China is the main so-called superpower country, main developed country that is doing this right now and pushing for it to happen. And in the news with them, they're shutting down a lot of exchanges now. The last thing that they did before this new crackdown and stuff like this was with the miners, the people who were mining companies or mining businesses that were doing their own mining of Bitcoin. Okay, and this crackdown is specifically on Bitcoin. It was then, but now it's for any digital currency, cryptocurrency, if you to basically say, that is being sold or on purchase from exchanges, and these exchanges are now being banned from selling and selling assets and selling these cryptocurrencies as assets and so forth to customers. So basically, they're cracking down, and they're cracking down hard. So, but that's not affecting the rest of the world and cryptocurrency adoption and expansion into the future of it being an actual currency that will be regularly used, or at least saved and invested in and saved as assets, and held, and people will be holders of these assets. This is an inevitable thing. This is an inevitable thing, and it's not going to be stopped due to it's already in motion. The cryptocurrency technology, which is known as blockchain, is the initiator and pushing forth these efforts as it is since it started in 2008 with Bitcoin, and still today, and it's continually, and it's being adopted worldwide, and big time conglomerate companies are doing so. People that are in the background are doing so. You don't know. A lot of things are going on and we don't know. And of course, I don't know everything. I know what I know, and what I come to learn about and do research and watch videos and read about. So basically, that's what I do, is try to get that out to you. So for one of the main things that has been going on, and I'm going to post this person's picture, as you see on the left of me, is this guy. His name is Gary Gensler, and Gary Gensler is the commissioner or chairman, the main commissioner, actually the chair, the higher commissioner, because you have a few of them are commissioners, but he's the chair commissioner, I think, if I'm saying it correctly. But anyway, he's the one in charge. Let's just keep it simple. And he had taken over from another who was in his position, and he came in there like a soldier with his guns blazing. You understand what I'm saying? And for us, those of us who he came after and who this SEC, which is the Security Exchange Commission, Security Enforcement Commission, and they try to enforce or keep the laws and the regulations for handling securities. They enforce it and they make sure they oversee it and all that, and make sure there's policies and regulations. They regulate the processes of dealing with securities and other financial areas that fall in the same category with the securities. So basically, they kind of like police that area. And so he came in there like a police officer, opened the door, let us in, and this is what is going to happen. This is not what's going to happen. Enforcement. And this is what is the big deal, the big issue that's been going on in the conversations that are on the media. Even Fox News has taken on this matter and taken on these issues with the SEC, taking Ripple, which is one of the main fintech technological companies that has created one of the main cryptocurrencies known as XRP. If you don't see already on my shirt, XRP, which is the like right now, as far as market cap, it's in the 6th place as far as the highest cryptocurrency. So it's out of the 10 highest cryptocurrency as far as value is concerned, and it's in the 6th place. It was before this case, it was in the 3rd place. It was right under Ethereum, and this is a factor, one of the factors why we are here right now, why this guy is doing what he's doing, why the SEC is doing what they're doing, and took them to court. So I'm going to speak on and use like my own reasons why I think, that the SEC's case is against Ripple. And number one is because they want to hold them back. Let's be simple. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it down to that simple statement right there. They're holding them back. They're holding XRP back. What is this doing? Ripple, but XRP being the coin from its growth, the coin itself as it being able to grow, is a holdback. And Ripple as a company, they're a fintech, and you look it up what fintech is and what it's about. It's a technological advanced new type of programming and networking systems. And I don't know if it's a company, I can't remember, but look it up and you can find out. It's in Google. Google got it all. Googlepedia, Wikipedia, whatever. So basically, this fintech company, Ripple, is global in their business, global in their working themselves and putting themselves out there and getting expansion of their services throughout the world. And they deal with banking. I've mentioned about it. XRP, look it up. Look what XRP is as a token, as a currency. Look up Ripple as a company, and you can find out what is the basis of Ripple, basically. But Ripple, more just quick to say, it's a more banking like service company as far as when it comes to this technology, when it comes to cryptocurrency. The services they provide are mostly geared to and catering to more or less banks, but they do have its coin and its cryptocurrency, which is XRP, which is available for investment, to own and to buy from whether it's retail investors or big time commercial or company investors or banks. Anyone can own XRP pretty much. And that's another factor. They know the government, the SEC, and all these other constituents, and I like to say better, the powers that be, because when you say the government isn't, people think you're talking like, oh, you're against the government. I'm not against the government. or you're anti-government. No, I just like to speak to what's out here, what's the facts, what's in the news. That's my disclaimer right there. What I hear from the news, what's going on, and do my studies and my research, and everything seems to be a consensus. I mean, the same thing is being said, the same things are being put out there. You can even Google it; it pops up. Google has its search engine algorithm, where it find anything and it takes, and the people who work for them, they take and they grab all this information and they put it, and they're not going to put out just false information, or like they say, fake news. So you feel or think any kind of way you want to think, but let's keep it, real. Let's keep it simplistic. These things are out here already. So I'm just putting out what's going on in the news. So basically, they're saying, so it's a holdback. That's my personal opinion, that it's a holdback, because from what I see and what I've compiled together to realize what is going on. What's the problem? You have no clarity on regulation. You have no, you have not given what it truly is, other than the allegation that has not been proven in the court yet, that this is a security or if it's a currency. And he's still playing games in the court. Things are being done, and he's speaking. And I say playing games because that's my opinion of statement. That games are what people do to maneuver. So they make different maneuvers, and I've always said that about when it comes to court, when it comes to this and comes to that. It's a game. Everything is maneuvered. It's a maneuvering thing. Your lawyers will tell you that. Certain lawyers that even when they retire, they really want to put out there without having to feel, and they don't feel that bad when they retire, because now they're not worried about losing their job or being put up on charges because they brought false this or whatever. They'll try to do anything just to keep the truth from coming out. So basically what the system does. So they already know different maneuvers are made when it comes to law and when it comes to dealing in the judicial system. You know what I mean? So that's how I call it. That's how I come off. And even if you keep it to the streets, that's what they're going to say. Yeah, they're playing games. And so I know from that lingo, but also on the lingo of the level of when we deal with these so-called intellectual people that have lawyer background, or dealing with law. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the case is a game. It's a game, and this SEC has been playing maneuver game where they don't want to, and again, they're withholding information that even the judge that is residing over the case has asked for, and said it, that they have to give that information up. And they made maneuvers to get around it and to avoid it, and then still have not produced this information. Okay, so that's one of the things. And also from the holding back is affecting the people from increasing their wealth. So regular people. And again, back to my point of back to the behind the background, you have the powers that be. You have the powers that be that want to bring about this change and bring this new transition of money and finance, and a new technological way of finance and money, known as digital currency, which we know a more specific cryptocurrency. There's plenty in the background that are pushing it, but there's plenty in the background that is against it. So it's warfare on two sides, and a lot of people don't know. And of course, this case, it is a war right there between Ripple and the SEC, to try to get to prove that this is a currency and not XRP is a currency and not a security, because that's the alleged charge from the SEC as far as when it comes to XRP, and the reasons that XRP even has lost money, and investors, especially retail investors, have lost money. This case coming down on them. Okay, with the Ripple being brought into this case, and XRP being down on a lower level and not at its highest level that it could be at this point, which it could be almost right there with Ethereum. It could be right there with, Qadr Allah wa ma sha'a. It's not the will of Allah, but it is what it is. So that's my position. That's my opinion. That they trying to keep the people from gaining wealth because they know if the price goes up, the people who have obtained it, who purchased it, invested in it, will gain wealth from that rise in value of the coin itself. Okay, so now, and also, it's a stalling tactic. And these types of tactics have been done in America in a financial manner, and people being pushed to the side, and things being stalled, and cases being prolonged, and all these types of things. Okay, and it gives them help. It gives them help to, in time, for the government to actually, American government, to establish its own CBDC. And that's my part of that opinion as well, that the CBDC, the central bank digital currency, is something that they would rather have in place. They don't, the government, the banks, the main banks, and the central bank itself, especially of America, does not. And they speak about it. They speak about the warnings. It's in, like I said, it's in the media. It's stated there of some of their constituents, or the people who work in those authorities, do not want, or they are worried about cryptocurrency. Not just on the cryptocurrency, they're worried about money laundering, like they use, and they always like to use as a way to push people away and put fear into people. But they use it. They go beyond that, and they deal with the fear that it can plummet the dollars, the value in the dollar, and then the dollar people no longer have a care to wanting to use, and they can just use a cryptocurrency to transact. So this is a fear. So that if that happens, they don't no longer have power over the world, let alone in America, because the dollar itself is the global reserve, the global reserve currency. So everything is pegged to the dollar when things are done, and that's a power move that was done back in the time that it was done. To not to get into the history, you have to do your own research. I've had other videos that if you watch any more of my videos, that's why I said you subscribe. You can go and check out more of my videos, and know my channel is Taalib Abdurrahim, and you can check and see the other videos that I speak on these issues. And I also even direct you to other videos of people who give you more in-depth information about, the finance in this country, the financial situation from the past, and how it led up to now, how things have changed, where we're at. So right now I'm in 20 something minutes into the video. I want to go into the other aspects of the things I gave my point. But also there's other agencies that are out that are playing a role into going up against, like I said, the powers that be that are against it, like the United States Treasury coming after the exchanges as well. And it's a scare tactic again. They are fear mongers pushing fear into the society, as a whole. So, you'll be afraid, and you probably won't, you'd be leery about investing or adopting the technology, let alone investing your money and trying to buy so you can gain wealth. But, you don't even realize that the technology is the main thing that we should be focusing on besides just investing, because once you get money, you got money, but what are you going to do with it? But if you have a connection, and like myself, doing research and learning and wanting to even go and venture into entrepreneurship in the industry of the technology that they do with blockchain, and with building different types of forms of crypto, creating different types of form of cryptocurrency, such as NFT, digital currency, which is it's called a non-fungible token. Look that up, NFT. This is something that's coming to be big. It's becoming more and more famous, and people are starting to get involved in putting their money in, and the amount of revenue that's coming in investing into NFTs, or even minting and creating their own is phenomenal. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. So like one of the guys that I watch and check into. His name is Chiz Crypto, if I'm correct. Man, I keep forgetting his name. But he mentioned about, and in his video is always talking about don't miss out, don't be the people who miss out or fear of missing out. FOMO. That's what they call it. That's the term they use. FOMO, which is stating people who are fear of missing out. Okay, don't be those types of people. Try to be people who are ready to go, who are inspirational, or who are anxious to get involved because you have a vision. You see things that are going on. You see where you can fit yourself in. And fit yourself in before it gets to where you can't fit in because it gets too expensive to get in, or it gets to a point where there's too much regulation, because it's going to be regulation. This guy and his constituents are going to come and continuously come after the cryptocurrency industry and the cryptocurrency space.